Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video on unfortunately this video is not just gonna be with me on the screen. Today's not his day, so I just wanted to do a video of some of the tips that I use to better apply my makeup and etc. I did write these down and I emailed them to myself so that I can post it up on YouTube. So there will be this all of everything that I'm talking about, but more is going to be in the description box below. So let's get started. So the first thing is picking out your foundation color. What I do is I go by what's my neck color. I don't go by what's my face, because my face can be red, but my neck could be a lighter color, and if I get a red foundation, that's not going to match my neck. So what I suggest is getting a color that's closest to your neck, and the reason to that is because your neck is less exposed to the sun than your face, so that's why your face is a different color. But yeah, that, and you can also figure out your undertone color by looking at your veins. If you'd like a more in-depth video about that, I can do that. Just comment down below and I will. You can try going to Sephora or Ulta and they will also color match you. They actually even ask you for help, so if you want that, if you want to buy a higher end foundation. Another thing I do suggest is buying a foundation that's good with your skin tone. With your skin. My skin's oily, so I try to look for a foundation that is good for oily skin. If your skin is dry, then try one that is for dry skin. To applying your foundation, do try to moisturize your face, because I think that is very important. Your face is a canvas, so if your face is very dry, your foundation is not going to go too smooth. The next thing is washing it and exfoliating it. Exfoliating at least once a week is very important, because you are taking off all that dead skin and leaving out that fresh new one, so that way it'll give you a better application. And the last thing is figuring out what brush or sponge is better for you. What works better for me is actually the Real Techniques complexion blush. I can never say that. Real Techniques complexion sponge. I think that's when it's damp, it works a lot better. I haven't tried the Beauty Blender, but I probably will give it a try. If the Real Techniques is pretty good, then I think the Beauty Blender is probably an awesome product. So when you're doing your eyebrows, I always suggest going with more natural eyebrows are, I think, better. Also, depending on your face shape, if you also would like a tutorial on that, not a tutorial, but like a review, seeing what eyebrow goes better with the certain type of face, I will also have it in the link below. But I did want to make this a little shorter because I don't think anybody wants to be seeing me talk. So yeah. What I also try doing when I do my eyebrows is the tail is always darker than the beginning. That way they look a little bit more natural. Also, there are many different techniques for concealing the under eye. It all depends if they're bag under eyes, and if there's blue, put orange or yellow to cancel out. Orange to cancel out the blue. It's all into the color wheel. If you want to conceal a pimple, or like one of those pimples are huge, try to put some concealer that's gonna stick. Just dab it on, and then just through the sides, just kind of tap it. Don't tap the actual pimple, because that's just gonna take it off. If you put a concealer that's like it glides, it's very liquidy, that's not going to stick and that's not going to conceal. Also, when concealing, I do it before foundation sometimes. Apply the concealer that's lighter, and then I apply my foundation, because the concealer is just going to lighten up the actual like pimple, and the foundation is just to make your skin tone equal, so that you don't have like redness over here, like redness, it just like equals out your skin tone on your face. And when setting your makeup, be careful of the SPF that it has in it, because when you're taking pictures, it can flash back a white cast, and I don't think anyone wants that. I use the e.l.f. high definition powder, and that definitely sets my makeup down. I try not to put too much, but that definitely works. And if you want to highlight your under eyes, your lip, anything that the light touches. For example, right now the light's touching my under eye. It's touching above my eyebrow, touches a little bit of my chin, a little bit of my cupid's bow, my nose, like everywhere you'd see light hit, that's where you can hit it. And that moves on to contouring. Contouring, you will use it to enhance your cheekbones, make a better structure for your nose if you want it thinner, if you want like that little button nose, but it all depends what you want. Contour, then you would just add some bronzer, just so that's not too harsh, unless you like harsh, but add some bronzer to the temples of your face, just where the sun will naturally hit your face, where it would look more tan. So yeah, that's. And applying blush, there is kind of a technique, but what I mostly do is when I smile, that's my cheek, so I kind of like brush it up and try to go a little light-handed, because I don't really want to look like a porcelain doll, or I don't want to look like a clown. Now when you are putting eyeshadow on, I always recommend a primer. That way your eyeshadow can always stick on your eyes for longer than usual, and it won't crease. For mascara, I just suggest you use whatever works for you. There is a technique I do, so if you want to know how I curl my lashes, then comment down below. And for your lips, for a better application, I always recommend to also exfoliate your lips, so you can take all that dead, nasty skin, dry skin, and they definitely feel really smooth. So thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment down below.